For many, New Year's Eve is a time to get together with friends and celebrate the year ahead. For years, many have relied on free taxi rides on the holiday in case they've had too much to drink. But as News 18's Kelly Roberts reports, if you want a ride this New Year's Eve, you might have to pay.
Eat, drink, and be merry. It's a New Year's Eve tradition, some emphasizing a bit more on the drinking. But when it comes to getting home after ringing in the new year, City Cab in Lafayette has tried to help partiers out by offering free cab rides.
The last 8 years, we've been able to get donations from different companies and sponsors.
But this year, those sponsors couldn't come through with the donations, and City Cab can't offer the free New Year's Eve rides.
A couple of businesses around town, and then the bars would sponsor us, but this year, no sponsors.
City Cab manager Dennis Graves says it takes between $10,000 and $20,000 to provide the free rides. He says the economy is to blame for the lack of sponsors. But even if the rides aren't free, Graves expects the night to be busy.
We'll be fully staffed, and we will have our dispatchers on staff.
Lafayette police recommend you pick up your phone and call one of those dispatchers after your New Year's Eve party. Lafayette Police Sergeant Bob Baumgartner says police will be looking for drunk drivers.
They will be more diligent and looking more closely for impaired drivers, probably more than on a normal basis, just because of the fact that it is New Year's Eve. We'll also have extra officers out on the street working specific DUI project that night.
Sergeant Baumgartner says more awareness on the dangers of drunk driving have cut down the New Year's Eve DUI arrests.
It's not uncommon for us to only have maybe 1 or 2 drunk driving arrests on New Year's Eve. And I don't think it's because we're not seeing it or following it or they're not being reported. I think it's because of the awareness that people realize that it's just not worth it and there's so many other options.
And Graves hopes next year one of those options will be again a free cab ride. But until then, Graves says he likes being in a service that only with a little fee can help get drunk drivers off the streets. Reporting in Lafayette, Kelly Roberts, News 18.